It's recording. Oh, I'm out of breath already.
Tease up. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to our channel.
Our channel.
So today, if you can't see, we've got a guest.
Man said if you can't see.
So it's a bit obvious. Hi. A guest, isn't it?
Hi everyone, I'm Raya, makeup artist of my brand, Sisters in Beauty.
Put that snippets of that right there. Go follow on Instagram.
Hey, but listen, Aurelia's stage, yeah. She's CEO of her own company. Bro, I got my own company too still. Tell them.
We're all rapping and like, no, me, she looking all so I'm looking nice when you start.
Bro,
obviously,
don't disrespect. Can you send the CEO please? Like, why are we missing the point that it's my company, like, oh god. So yes, today, got my friend already, I'm a little sister Nabila. And obviously, as you know, you guys, next month, October is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. And obviously, this is just a little video to just tell our story. Now, what we have in common, all three of us, is we are sicklers. That's the right one.
They call us warriors, sickle cell warriors, but I don't really use that word. But I mean, kind of.
But yeah, I had sickle cells, my sisters got sickle cells, my best friends got sickle cells. So I think we became best friends because of that.
We just talk about how we live, how we manage our lives with sickle cell, and how we carry on and not just, give up, I guess, and act like, oh my god, the world is terrible, let me stay in bed.
And I think on that note, we should start with the girls because they both own businesses. Obviously, Nabila owns One Born Rich.
You know what I mean?
And,
look at the face, you know what I mean?
And Aurelia is one of the co-founders of Sisters in Beauty, which is a makeup
artist duo, me and my sister.
And they do the bleakest makeup in town still.
East London.
Not even in East London like
Come
that.
Down to see when I look at
with business, it's like, for the most part, it's been okay. I haven't let it stop to me, you know what I mean? Like, I feel with some people, it could kind of get in the way of them, like, even starting a business, you know what I mean? And then, like, with bookings and that, I think, I've only ever had to cancel someone twice, and it was like on the day of the event or something, and that's because I was in hospital, and for that, like, I really felt bad, like, I felt so bad. But apart from that, like, having to cancel people, I think for the most part it's been okay. Like, there's hard times, there's tough times as well, but for the most part.
And what motivates you to what motivated you to start a business? Does Sickle Cell have a part of it at all?
I did feel at first that I just wanted to work for myself, because I know that with my sickness I can't always be on a schedule, like have a routine or whatever, like working for someone else. I might not be able to come in and just do all that. So I was like, cool, let me work for myself, and because I know I'm good at makeup, like that's kind of how it started. And
so with me, I'm kind of like that, so I haven't let it get in the way of me like doing my business, but it has been a bit hard because sometimes, like, especially like the last couple of years when I've just started, I was in hospital quite a lot, and I'd get to a point where I would have orders and I would have to do them, but because at the time it was only me in the business, so it would all be on me. So it'll be like, oh, I need to do this order, how am I going to get this order for you? But it's not, like, I've never sat there and thought, oh, I'm going to quit because I have sickle cell that I'm tired of this. I don't being in hospital and thought, you know what, nah, this is too much, I'm gonna stop. It's sometimes, yeah, you delay that, I can delay it older because I'm in hospital, but now I have help that I can tell people, tell me, like, oh, I've got.
So you're the boss now.
Yeah, nah, I ain't like that.
All the shots and things.
But yeah, now cause when you have like more of a team, I would say, it makes life a bit easier, of course, because it's like, okay, most of my business I can do on my phone, I can put my internet on to see what's going on.
But I can't lie, your phone's making me mad still.
But yeah, most of it I can see it on my phone, all the apps are on my phone, so I can literally be in hospital, you know, wake up, look at it, see what needs to be done, send a message to someone like, oh, we've got an order, all you have to do is put this mold, take the first of it. So I think it's pretty easier now for me.
But the thing is, my question is how, like, you see the main problem with sickle cell is like sickling, the pain, and if you're anything like me, I get quite frustrated when I'm in pain. How do you still go on? How do you still like have that, you know, motivation to carry on even after, like, let's say a long period of time in hospital, or a long time, let's say, I don't know, does it affect your maybe your rates or your income or your revenues? How do you overcome those kind of setbacks?
Okay, one thing that keeps me motivated, I would say, is just my vision.
Okay.
So like long-term goals, I'm always thinking, okay, so I want to be here, and then I'm thinking about what I have to do. And despite like all the setbacks, you just need to remember that you need to keep going, because if you're not going to do it, no one else is going to do it for you. Do you know what I mean? So I'd say that's a big part. And obviously being in hospital, it can affect like the amount of clients I take, and because it's not like a consistent amount every week, so sometimes it can have me feeling down. Like I've been depressed, like literally so depressed, and I'm always thinking, like I'm not where I want to be. And you know, like with all the social media, sometimes you're scrolling on Instagram, like people are owning shops and like just, and I'm thinking, but I've like slowly learned to just
be content.
Like,
be happy where you are.
Exactly, like God's timing is perfect timing. So if it's not my time, cool. But yeah, just keep going.
What keeps you motivated through the sickness, through sickle cell?
I think one thing that keeps me motivated, well, I have quite a few, but I would say when I'm really, really down, I think of, first of all, I know obviously God and all of that. I think like God's got me in the end. God put me in this. God's gonna get me out. So I always have like that on my mind that keeps me kind of going. But another thing is like already I said, the whole having goals, that as well. Like when I started my business, I thought I'm starting this clothing line, but in a few years, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but in a few years, I want my clothing line to be in the shop. I want my clothing line to be big and up there. So when I'm in hospital and I'm sick and I'm, you know, at my worst, crying, depressed, everything, I think to myself and I think, but Nabila, like you're saying all of this, like you're down thinking, I don't need, what's the point of me doing all of this? But are you there yet? Have you got your shop yet?
With sickle cells, personally, as Fazana can't lie, sickle cells is my best motivator in life. Like the more I've grown up, the more I've appreciated sickle cells and what it brings. Like and I think for anyone that's got sickle cells out there, you need to accept sickle cells 1, and then you need to learn sickle cells 2 and 3. You need to basically work around it. If you had with Aurelia, she like she does her business, she takes her client, but when she's ill, there's nothing you can do about it. Same with Nabila, right? You can have a business, you can have all these big goals, but when you're sick, you're sick. Doesn't matter how much you want to do it, doesn't matter how much you want to be in the exam hall, you're not going to be there if you're sickling. So the more you accept sickle cells, in my point of view, the more you accept it, you learn it. Obviously learning it means looking after yourself, drinking a lot, taking your medication on time, not overworking yourself. Once you learn these basics of sickle cells, I feel like it will treat you better. Obviously, I say that because we live in England, so I don't know about other countries and the healthcare they have for sickle cells.
Yeah.
But for us, it's pretty alright. And the more I've grown up, the more I've I actually like sickle cells now, because I feel like I'm special for some reason, to be honest. Because I have had these conversations with like my doctors and specialists and things, and they say people with sickle cells are very motivated, and I have to say I fully agree with that, because I mean I'm sitting in between two very motivated and strong people, so I believe I'm superhuman. So I was asking girls, how does sickle cells affect your social life?
What social life?
I'm at work, then I'm sleeping, I eat, and love it.
Nah, you ever got the bit of Netflix that's, you know, in the
Netflix and chill in bed.
So what, does it not affect that then?
Get your energy up. I mean, when I can, I try to go out, but go out is go to a friend's house and chill. So either way, I'm still chilling.
8 pounded yam. And then go to bed.
Eat good. And like, I went through a stage where I was really depressed.
About?
Life just got to me, man. Like, I was too much in my thoughts. So yeah, I got really depressed. But obviously, my friends don't really know, because I'm not really someone to
talk about
to tell my business like that.
Same.
Like, if I'm going through it, you won't know until I've like overcome it. Then I will tell you. But yeah, that played like a huge part of my social life as well, because I kind of distanced myself from everyone. And I was just I still am a stay-at-home girl.
Did you find your friends helpful with sickle cells over the years, or do you keep it a secret?
I don't really tell people.
Yeah.
I don't even tell I don't want them to know, kind of thing.
Why is that though?
I had a bad experience in primary school.
Okay. In primary school, and it's still
it's still affecting, because the mind is such a it's such a weird thing. But yeah, like in primary school, I told a few of my closest friends.
Right, your sickle cell.
Yeah, and then when we weren't friends, they will use it against me. They'll be like, "Oh, you smell of medicine," blah blah blah. Like,
the devil himself. The devil himself. Wow.
Yeah, like after that, I just don't really tell people. Like, if I tell you, just know that word could for life. I just
I'm like the opposite of you. Like, that's the quickest card I pull out my pocket, like in any situation.
You just love it. Yeah, I got some.
Listen, I say everywhere. Do you know what? Listen, like, do you know, like, I got a new job, yeah. And literally, I said it straight, because some lady called me. She's like, "Oh yeah, we called your reference, and they said you missed 13 days of work." Mate, if you know how much I missed of uni, I missed half of my uni, so 13 days ain't shit. And then obviously, when it comes to like my friends, I mean, I say it because I get ill randomly. I don't know about you girls, but I'll be driving and I'll get a crisis in my back, and right there and then the car would stop by itself. That's happened to me about 3 times, so I don't know, and I can't lie, like my mom, I feel like my mom played a big part in building my confidence, like from a young age. It was just, sickle cells is nothing to be afraid of or ashamed of. It's just a condition, and you didn't choose to have it. So that's my mentality.
The more I'm growing up, the more it kind of is affecting it. I feel like I was lucky in secondary school. Once I made my group of friends that I knew they were my actual group, or the ones that I thought were anyway, I told them, because I kept getting ill. Secondary school was my worst stage. That's when I was in and out of hospital a lot. So obviously they wanted to know what was going for you, like, are you okay? And I was like, you know what, yeah, this is what I have. explained everything, and they were actually pretty good with it. Like, I got a lot of support. Thank you, in fact, thank you to all my friends in secondary school, because honestly, with what I was going through, like, I needed that sort of support that I got from them. Like, they would come to see me in hospital as soon as they find out. Like, they would check up on me. I used to be like that until I realized I have no choice. Like, it's either I'm gonna
you can't hide away forever, yeah. So this is your life.
Or I'm gonna get people to come see me, and at least, you know, when people come, like, you feel happier as well. Like, you get out of that depressed bubble for just a few hours.
I can't even try to lie to you. I hate being in hospital myself.
Exactly, you get
that's the most loneliest feeling.
So
do you know how many times I've been in hospital and I've not cried, but it's
you feel
like it's like, and then like that's why like I feel like I want to have a lot of kids, because when I grow up, I don't want to have to be in hospital by myself, because I can't lie to you. Yeah, that's the only time sickle cell affects me, because the more I deep about that, that's enough for me to lose sleep over.
Exactly, you feel that's like your most vulnerable.
Like I was gonna say, can you tell me 2 things you like about sickle? 3 things you like about sickle cells, and 2 things you hate about it, and you can't speak. Should I start?
Yeah,
start. One of the bad things about sickle cells, in my point of view, is whether you like it or not, it limits you.
Yeah.
In certain ways, whether you like it or not. That's one thing I try to fight. I try to make sure I minimize that to the absolute minimum. 2 is the medication. And that's also could be the positive thing about sickle cells, but in my point of view, it's, you know, it has its side effects, and for me specifically, I've got quite bad side effects to hydroxyurea, which was a tablet I was using to control. It's some sort of chemotherapy, is it?
A dose of chemotherapy, a minimum dose.
So yeah, I used to started that at a very young age, I think in year 8. And it actually helped me. I think for like 4 years I never had a crisis whatsoever, but then I think somehow, some way affected me for the long time. And lastly is I never gained weight, and I hated it. I'm getting a bit fat now, which I hate too, because I feel uncomfortable. I know God must be looking down on me thinking, what a great fuck out here. But like, yeah, I was very skinny. Like, I used to cry to God, like, bro, just make me fat, I'll go gym. And now I'm fat, and gym's really hard. I go gym and I can't do nothing. I can barely lift my belly up. So
you're a gym.
I try. What do you mean you go gym?
What I
mean, bro? Of course I go. Look at the tricep, eh? Look at this. So the good things about sickle cells is, I think I would say you meet the most dedicated people. Not just people with sickle cells, but even the doctors. Quite a lot. You meet these people are dedicated. They're not just doctors, they're not just nurses, they're people that actually do this with their heart, like they care about your well-being. And that's rare.
NHS as well, man.
Man says
no, it's true. Because like in Africa, imagine like you have to pay for everything, and then having sickle cell is.
I have that experience. So yeah, shout out. Who stayed free NHS?
Even in America, they have to pay for their health, and paying for the medicines we take here out.
The transfusions, everything.
You know, that sort of treatment, heavy treatment.
For the dedicated people, I talked about the staff and the people like Aurelia, my sister, and all the other people. Like my little sister say, the sickle cell warriors out there, bro. These are the most energetic people I know, smartest people I know. Like, mate, I was dying in hospital and I still managed to get a 2-1 at uni. Not to try to big myself up, but there's so many people I know with sickle cells that have like, look, one reach her makeup thing. I mean, after everything they go through, after everything we go through, where do we get the energy? Like, where does it come from? It's a blessing still.
It used to be a problem for me back in the day. It's just the time spent in hospital.
100.
Hated it, and it affected my family as well. Like when my sister's siblings were younger, they always thought, oh, mum's always focusing on me, type of thing. Like, they didn't understand it, but now they do. And I say a positive thing is just the determination to push through, to overcome, like, and you know that God makes no mistakes. Obviously, whatever we go through, maybe one day will be a testimony. Listen, so many people out there who don't have the help, like who don't have people to look out for them, that type of experience, but what we go through can maybe help someone else.
She carries on. Do you get that feeling when you see someone and they tell you what they're going through and you feel like, shut up, you ain't going through nothing?
That's one way. Now let me go. Listen.
I'm like, bro, you
I don't even want to talk too much.
I don't say it to them. You know them when you just have to.
You don't say it, but
deep down you're like, what an ungrateful person. Do you know what life is?
Do you know what pain is?
Sometimes there's one injury and you're fine for the rest of your life.
But I'm like, bro, shut up. Shut up. But anyway, no disrespect still.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, everyone has different lifestyles, but one thing I guess that I dislike, but it can't be controlled, would be the mental state that sickle cell can put you in sometimes. Like, I see myself as this very positive person. Like, all my friends know, like, I'll be in hospital sometimes and my friends will call me to, like, cause they're depressed and stuff like that, and I'll still, like, give them advice and stuff and still, you know, talk to them calm. So I'm that positive sort of person, and but I feel like with sickle cell, no matter what you do, you always end up down that hole, and I dislike it. I hate the feeling of being in it. Like, sometimes it goes so deep and it's like, oh my god, what should I do? Like, I'll just sit there and it's like,
you feel like everything's not going
like, I'm just thinking, oh my god, like, this is it, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. But then it's like, because of, like, the way I am, I don't like talking to people. Like already I said, she wouldn't share her stuff until she's out of it. That's how I am. Like, I feel like even with my family, like, I would be going through, like, weird, like, my mind will be far, like, I'll just call it depression. I'll be depressed.
It's not even just depression, from the medication we take. I feel like there's times when I'm out of it. I can't lie, like,
and it's like, I can't share that. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable sharing it, because sometimes, and with, like, my brother, he would understand, but then, like, I have, like, siblings who don't have sickle cell, and I feel like they might not understand it. In my head, that's how I feel. I've never, said it.
Even growing up, sometimes you just don't want to bombard people.
You feel like already they've got their stuff going on, and now that we're growing up, like, you're an adult, you need to look after yourself. So I think, to me, that's one of the hardest part of it. But, you know, still live through it, still positive.
What bone rich?
You know, like that. Dying rich though. Stay healthy. About sickle cell is the person it's made me. I feel like I would not be who I am if I was normal or healthy. I feel like I understand things that is different mindset compared to other people or people without certain situations, I guess. Because, like, you know, when you have sickle cell, it's not just like you're in pain. You're physically in pain. You're mentally in pain. And then, like, I don't know how to put it, but you understand other people's life situation, the struggles people go through because of your own struggles.
You're forced to basically appreciate life.
You can see how life is. So I feel like, and also I feel like with sickle cell, it makes you stronger anyway. Like, once I go through my hardest crisis and I make it out, I'm like, hey, you know what? Yeah, if I made it through that crisis, I might be strong. And, like, when I did my GCSEs in hospital, I was like, rah, I can do that, yeah? Cool, if I'm gonna finish education, then I'll do everything in hospital if I have to. So it's like, I feel like sickle cell makes you a strong person. Even if you don't want to be, you become...
There's no other choice.
You become strong.
Yeah, but listen, guys, people with sickle cells, stay strong. Because obviously, you're the chosen one. You're special, just like we are. And obviously, look after yourself. Take your tablets properly, drink a lot, and just stay alive.
And live your best life.
And don't let people give you shit. Never feel like don't let people make you feel like you're lying or you're overdoing it.
Yeah, if you're in pain, you're in pain. You don't have to.
2016.
Don't explain yourself.
And you know what? Yeah, you're the normal people. They're not normal. Just try it, okay? That being said, shout out Sisters in Beauty, shout out One Bon Rich, and obviously catch you next time.
Catch you in the next video.